Border violence along the Gaza Strip has sparked protests here in Southern California.
The biggest one was outside the Israeli Consulate on LA's west side.
KCAL 9 political reporter Dave Bryan is there now with reaction from demonstrators. Dave.
Alina, Sylvia, we are outside the building where the Israeli consulate in L.A. is housed, and we did talk with the consul general. We'll hear from him in just a moment, but suffice it to say that he sees things very differently than the protesters did here today in terms of what's happened in the Middle East in the last few days. The latest round of chaos and bloodshed in the Middle East sparked a quick reaction in L.A.
Gaza, don't you cry!
The protest by a group called Al-Awda, the Palestine Right to Return Coalition, was held outside the Israeli consulate, and those who took part blamed Israel for the new violence ripping apart the region.
The occupation has to end. The Palestinian people have to live just like normal people. They want dignity and they want freedom, just like we do here.
The Palestinians are the ones who are defending themselves, not the Israelis. So the United States should tell Israel to stop bombing the Palestinians.
But David Siegel, the Israeli consul general in L.A., says Hamas and other militants have fired more than 1,000 rockets from Gaza into Israel during the past year. And he says even if it means a full-blown ground war, no civilized country would allow that to continue unchallenged.
We have to end it, and hopefully we'll be able to do it peacefully. But if we need to go to the next stage of this operation, which is ground forces, we're ready to do it. Simply because, like any other country, Israel cannot tolerate having millions of people under a barrage of rockets.
Siegel responds to the protesters' charges that Israeli oppression of Gaza, which includes many displaced Palestinians, is responsible for the armed resistance. He says Israel completely withdrew from the Gaza Strip in 2005 and left behind many tools for economic development.
There was no reason for them from 2005 until 2012, 7 years or 8 years in a row, to continue firing thousands of rockets every year at Israel. This is what they've been doing. They're doing it because Gaza is run by a terror organization that is more interested in doing this than actually building a state. So the protesters have the full right to protest, but they're protesting against the wrong address.
Well, the one thing that the protesters here and the consul general do seem to agree on is that nobody wants to see a full-blown ground war in this area. But that doesn't mean they both agree. That doesn't mean it won't happen. We're live in West L.A. Dave Bryan, KCAL 9 News.
All right.